Chosen one, stop scrolling. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine interruption. Heaven needed your attention right now because something is about to shift in your life this weekend. You've been sensing it, the strange quiet, the restlessness in your spirit, the pull to isolate yourself. That's not confusion, that's communication. God is trying to talk to you before the change unfolds. You've been praying for answers, but lately, all you've heard is silence. Don't mistake that silence for distance, it's direction. God speaks loudest when everything else stops making sense. And right now, your life is positioned at a spiritual intersection. What you choose to focus on this weekend will determine what doors open next. Listen closely. Heaven has been aligning things behind the scenes, removing distractions, exposing false connections, softening your heart for a new instruction. You may feel detached, emotional, or even tired, but that's not weakness. That's spiritual sensitivity increasing. The closer the breakthrough, the more you feel the pull. God is saying, be still this weekend. Don't rush, don't force, don't fear, because this is the moment where clarity arrives. It won't come through noise, it will come through knowing. You'll start noticing signs everywhere, repeated words, numbers, small delays that redirect your path. These are not random. They're heaven's breadcrumbs, leading you towards something sacred. The answer you've been waiting for is not coming next month or next year. It's unfolding now. Chosen one, don't dismiss the whisper, because you are expecting a shout. God isn't trying to overwhelm you. He's trying to awaken you. This weekend carries divine instruction that will define your next season. You've cried for confirmation. You've asked for a sign. This is it. This message is your confirmation. Heaven is saying, I'm about to speak. Be ready to hear. Because once this weekend passes, you won't be the same. Chosen one, this weekend carries a vibration that few will understand, but your spirit already feels it. There's something sacred in the air, a frequency of divine movement that can't be explained by logic. Heaven is stirring around you, rearranging the invisible to prepare you for the visible. The days ahead are not random. They're coded with purpose. You'll feel the tension between stillness and anticipation because heaven is close, closer than it's been in a long time. God has been whispering through the small moments this week, the pause between conversations, the sudden flash of emotion, the dreams that felt too vivid to ignore. These were not coincidences. They were early echoes of what's coming. This weekend is the release point where everything hidden begins to align in clarity. The questions you've been holding in silence will start to answer themselves in ways only your spirit can recognize. The atmosphere will feel different. You may wake up with a heaviness, not of fear, but of awareness, as if heaven itself is leaning closer. That's because it is. God has appointed this time to reveal something that your heart has been ready for, but your surroundings have not yet reflected. The shift won't come in thunder or lightning. It will come in stillness. Peace will speak louder than sound. Chosen one, this weekend is a divine mirror. It will show you what's been lingering within your soul. Unresolved emotions, delayed decisions, unspoken truths. Don't resist what surfaces. It's not chaos, it's cleansing. God is bringing to light the things that can't enter your next chapter. The pain you've been ignoring, the distractions you've tolerated, the hesitation you've justified. all of it will come to a point of release. You'll start noticing divine interruptions, plans that suddenly change, people who go quiet, feelings that intensify. Don't force normalcy where heaven is creating transformation. The detours this weekend are not delays, they are directions. God is shifting your steps so you don't walk into what no longer belongs to your destiny. Pay attention to the peace. It will be your compass. When something feels forced, step back. When something feels aligned, lean in. This is how heaven communicates during activation weekends, not through pressure but through presence. You may feel more emotional than usual, and that's okay. It's your soul recalibrating to a higher vibration. The tears, the restlessness, the moments of déjà vu, they are signals that something divine is already unfolding. God is saying, don't rush this weekend. I am in the stillness. I am in the pause. I am in the realignment. Chosen one, you are walking into a weekend that has been written in your spirit since before time began. The things that felt unclear will start to connect. The prayers you thought were forgotten will begin to echo in new form. And the path that once felt dark will suddenly be illuminated, not by answers, but by understanding. This weekend will not be like any other, because this one carries your name. It's heaven's appointment with your awareness. The bridge between preparation and manifestation. Be still, chosen one. Breathe deeply. Heaven is preparing to speak, not through words, but through recognition. And when you feel the peace settle in your chest, that's how you'll know God is here. How God speaks through restlessness and silence. Chosen one, when heaven wants to speak, it doesn't always use words. Sometimes it moves through stillness so deep it unsettles you. A silence so heavy it feels like something is missing. You begin to sense it as restlessness, as if your spirit knows there's something more coming, but can't yet describe it. That feeling you've been fighting lately, the quiet unease, the sudden reflection, the craving to withdraw. That's not confusion, that's communication. God speaks in frequencies beyond sound. The restlessness you feel is not disobedience. It's divine stirring. It's the sound of heaven knocking on the walls of your awareness, saying, you've outgrown this level. When your environment starts feeling too small, when the same places no longer feel right, when peace seems to vanish for no reason, that's how God signals transition. He removes your comfort to make room for clarity. Chosen one, silence is heaven's language of transformation. When God goes quiet, He isn't ignoring you. He's inviting you to tune in. He's teaching you to hear what can't be heard, the subtle movement of energy, the faint pull of destiny, the sacred whisper within your own heartbeat. The absence of sound is the presence of instruction. Restlessness comes when the soul senses movement before the mind does. You begin to feel disconnected from what once fulfilled you. Friends, habits, goals. Nothing feels wrong, but nothing feels right either. This is the divine tension that precedes revelation. You're being drawn out of what's familiar into what's formational. Pay attention to what your spirit craves in the silence. Some of you will feel the need to clean your space. Others will want to write, pray, or simply stare at the sky. Follow those impulses. They are not random. They're sacred responses to divine presence. Heaven uses stillness to align your vibration with new instructions. You may also notice increased sensitivity this weekend to sound, to energy, to emotion. Don't rush to label it as anxiety. You are simply becoming aware of what you were always meant to feel. The same noise that once comforted you now irritates you because your spirit no longer tolerates distraction. The closer you come to divine communication, the quieter your world must become. Chosen one, when God speaks through silence, he is saying, "Be with me, not just around me." It's a call into intimacy, not activity. The world teaches you to fill the silence. Heaven teaches you to listen through it. Because what comes after silence is always instruction, clear, gentle, undeniable. And when he speaks, it won't be through volume, but through vibration. You'll feel it before you understand it. A phrase will echo in your mind. A sudden calm will replace confusion. A sign will appear at the exact moment you release control. That's how you'll know it was him. This restlessness isn't punishment, it's positioning. Heaven is shifting your frequency so you can hear what others miss. While some are chasing noise, you are being trained for nuance. While others look for signs in the sky, you'll hear truth in the stillness of your own breath. So stop trying to escape this silence. Sit in it. Let it speak. Because in this quiet weekend, God is rewriting your perception. You're not losing your way. You're learning his. Chosen one, peace will follow once the message is received. And when it comes, it will feel like warmth spreading through your chest, the unmistakable sign that heaven just spoke. Chosen one, by the time this weekend unfolds, you'll begin to feel it. A subtle but undeniable shift in your spirit. It will start quietly, like a calm that doesn't make sense, or a sudden burst of emotion that you can't explain. Heaven has already begun adjusting your frequency, aligning your inner world to match what's coming. Within hours, you'll notice that something invisible has changed. Not around you, but inside you. This shift won't be loud. It won't announce itself with miracles or fireworks. It will arrive the peace that contradicts your situation, as courage that shows up where fear used to live. It will feel like your heart expanding, as if your soul finally caught up with what heaven has been whispering all week. It's time. The divine shift always begins internally. You'll wake up one moment realizing the anxiety you used to carry is simply gone. The anger that once lingered has no place to land. Conversations that once drained you will feel irrelevant. That's not emotional fatigue, that's spiritual recalibration. You're being tuned to a higher frequency where chaos no longer reaches you. Chosen one, this weekend, the shift won't only touch your spirit, it will move through your atmosphere. You'll feel it in the small, almost imperceptible ways. The air around you will feel lighter. Your sleep will deepen. Your intuition will sharpen. You'll sense direction without needing evidence. That's the Holy Spirit moving through your awareness, transforming stillness into strategy. You might also notice interruptions, plans canceling, people pulling back, things slowing down. Don't fight it. Those disruptions are heaven's choreography. God is clearing the stage of your distractions because something sacred is about to enter. The shift can't land where noise still lives. At first, it may feel uncomfortable. You'll wonder why you suddenly don't resonate with what once felt familiar. That's because you're outgrowing frequencies that can't follow you. The energy that once matched your past no longer fits your present. You're not losing alignment, you're finding it. The divine shift is not about new circumstances, it's about new perception. You'll start to see differently. Patterns that used to confuse you will suddenly make sense. Lessons you thought were failures will reveal purpose. Heaven is pulling you above the storm so you can see the design hidden inside the delay. This shift will also bring confirmation. Something or someone will cross your path that echoes exactly what your spirit has been sensing. A message, a number, a conversation. Small but precise. You'll feel that wave of knowing, yes, this is it. This is what he meant. God uses synchronicity to let you know that you're not guessing. You're guided, chosen one. As this divine current moves through your life, surrender to it completely. Don't try to hold on to what's fading. Every closed door is an answered prayer in disguise. Heaven is not taking from you, it's trading with you. What's leaving your life cannot hold what's coming. The shift you'll feel this weekend is irreversible. Once your spirit recognizes divine motion, you can't go back to pretending you don't hear it. You'll feel drawn towards stillness, authenticity, truth. You'll crave quiet, not because you're tired, but because you're finally awake. Heaven is saying, you don't need to do anything to create this shift. Just stop resisting it. Let it wash through you. Let it realign what needs to move. You are not being broken down. You're being built in real time. Within hours, you'll sense a difference. Your thoughts clearer, your emotions lighter, your purpose louder. You'll know the shift has completed when you stop trying to control outcomes and start trusting presence. Chosen one, when that happens, stand still for a moment. Breathe. Feel the lightness in the room. That's heaven confirming. The transformation is complete. You are no longer in waiting, you're in activation. Why heaven uses this exact moment to reveal truth. Chosen one. Nothing about this timing is random. The reason everything feels intense, still and sacred all at once, is because heaven chose this exact moment to open your spiritual eyes. God has been silent, not because he abandoned you, but because he was waiting for this. The point where your heart is finally quiet enough to hear truth without distortion. Revelation doesn't arrive when you demand it. It arrives when you're ready to receive it. And now, you are. For months, even years, heaven has been orchestrating events to position you right here. The heartbreak, the confusion, the delays, they were not punishments. They were alignment tools. Each disappointment trimmed away distraction. Each unanswered prayer refined your faith. Each night you thought was wasted was actually a sacred rehearsal for recognition. Because revelation requires maturity, and chosen one, you've reached it. This weekend marks a spiritual threshold. You are standing between what you've known and what's about to be revealed. Heaven reveals truth only when your spirit is steady enough to handle it. Before now, your emotions were still too entangled in fear and attachment. But something shifted. The noise that used to control you has gone quiet, and in that quiet, God can finally speak clearly. Chosen one, divine revelation is not about new information, it's about new perception. What God is about to show you has been around you the whole time. You simply couldn't see it through the fog of worry and waiting. Now the veil is lifting. The people, the patterns, the lessons, they'll begin to align like puzzle pieces, falling into place. Suddenly, what once broke you will make sense. You'll see that nothing was random, everything was rehearsal for clarity. Heaven uses this moment because you're finally detached from distraction. When your heart stops chasing validation, it becomes still enough to receive instruction. That's why your social circle has been changing. That's why familiar routines no longer feel right. God has been clearing the static so his voice could travel unfiltered. And here's the mystery. Divine truth always arrives disguised as simplicity. It won't sound dramatic. It'll sound like peace. You might be driving, washing dishes, or watching the sunset when it hits you. That's why it all happened. It won't come as thunder, but as recognition. The Holy Spirit doesn't need noise to confirm truth. He needs surrender. Chosen one, when heaven reveals, it's not to impress, it's to instruct. The revelation coming this weekend will not just comfort you, it will correct your direction. It will confirm what your intuition has been whispering, but your mind kept doubting. You'll realize that every closed door was protection. Every detour was divine delay. Every silence was preparation for this clarity. You may even feel it physically. Warmth in your chest, pressure behind your eyes, a deep sense that something unseen just aligned. That's the signature of revelation. When God shows you truth, your whole being reacts, spirit, soul, and body. This is also the weekend when hidden motives are exposed. You'll see people and situations differently. Don't fear it. Heaven isn't exposing to shame. It's revealing to free you. God can't elevate you where deception still hides. Illusion must fall away before destiny can unfold. And once truth appears, you can't unsee it. That's how awakening works. Your discernment sharpens. Your peace becomes louder than manipulation. You stop begging for what isn't meant for you and start blessing what's leaving. That's how you know heaven has spoken, when your clarity feels like release, not control. Chosen one, truth comes when you've proven you won't misuse it. Heaven doesn't reveal to those who seek power, it reveals to those who seek purpose. That's why you were chosen. Because even through pain, you remain teachable. Even through waiting, you stayed faithful. This weekend, expect to see what's been hidden in plain sight. Expect to understand what your heart couldn't before. And when it happens, don't rush to tell everyone. Sit with it. Let revelation mature before you share it. Some truths are meant to transform you privately before they elevate you publicly. God has chosen this moment because your spirit is finally in tune with His. Heaven has waited for this alignment, and now the veil is gone. Chosen one, prepare your heart. Because by the time this weekend ends, you won't just believe in divine timing. You'll understand why it had to take this long. How to prepare for a personal visitation. Chosen one, when heaven prepares to visit, the atmosphere around you begins to shift, and the first thing God asks for is space. Divine presence doesn't rush in. It settles gently where it's welcomed. This weekend, heaven is drawing near, and your spirit can already feel it. That's why distractions feel heavier, why you've been craving quiet, and why your emotions seem amplified. These are not coincidences, they're signals. God is asking you to make room for Him. Preparation is not about rituals, it's about readiness. You don't need candles, elaborate prayers, or perfect behavior. You only need openness. The most powerful preparation is inner surrender, saying, God, I'm here. I don't know what you're about to do, but I trust you with it. That statement alone rearranges your entire atmosphere. Chosen one, before visitation, heaven cleanses. Don't be surprised if your week has felt like emotional release, tears surfacing, memories resurfacing, old wounds reopening. God isn't trying to hurt you. He's clearing out what can't coexist with his presence. Pain is leaving your system to make space for peace. The things you thought were falling apart are actually falling into alignment. This weekend, God wants to meet you in simplicity. You won't need to chase him through effort. You'll find him in stillness. Create a quiet space, even for a few moments, where you can just breathe. Let gratitude fill that silence. Gratitude turns ordinary air into sacred ground. When you say, "Thank you," heaven hears, "I'm ready." You'll also feel an inner pull to declutter your surroundings, cleaning your room, organizing your desk, lighting a candle, or sitting near sunlight. These small actions are not trivial, they are symbolic. Physical order invites spiritual order. God loves to move where intention has cleared space. Chosen one, prepare your heart, not your schedule. Avoid rushing this weekend. Avoid overstimulation. Don't fill every moment with noise, music, conversation, or screens. The more silence you allow, the louder heaven becomes. The presence of God rarely competes for attention. It enters where invitation meets stillness. You may also feel tired, spiritually or physically. That's not laziness, it's spiritual recalibration. Rest is sacred when heaven is near. Sleep, silence, and solitude all carry divine energy right now. Even your dreams may become more vivid. Not random sequences, but coded conversations. God often visits this rested. As the weekend unfolds, listen to your impulses. You'll feel drawn towards something, a passage, a phrase, a person, or a quiet walk outside. Follow it. Heaven speaks through alignment. The tug you feel in your spirit is divine choreography. You are not wandering. You're being guided. Chosen one, preparation also means forgiveness. God's presence can't dwell where bitterness lingers. Let go of grudges, even silently. Say, "I release them," and mean it. That's not weakness. It's purification. When you release others, heaven releases blessings through you. Forgiveness doesn't excuse what happened. It removes the block that kept grace from flowing. And remember, when God visits, it's not always with visions or voices. Sometimes it's through a warmth in your chest, a calm that overtakes you, or a moment that suddenly feels drenched in light. Don't overlook the subtle. That's where the sacred hides. This is your moment to align your energy with heaven's rhythm, to quiet the mind and awaken the spirit, to prepare not by doing, but by being. God is saying, "I'm not coming to test you, I'm coming to touch you." And when he does, everything, from your thoughts to your surroundings, will shift. Chosen one, this weekend is holy ground. You don't have to chase his presence. It's already walking towards you. So clear your space, breathe deeply, whisper, "I'm ready." Because once heaven rests on you, peace will become your new atmosphere. What to do when instructions arrive. Chosen one, divine visitation always carries purpose, and when heaven speaks, it speaks with precision. God will not waste revelation on a heart that isn't ready to respond. This weekend, when instruction arrives, it won't come as a booming voice or a dramatic sign. It will come as knowing. A quiet, undeniable conviction that settles in your spirit and refuses to leave. That's how divine direction feels. It doesn't demand, it draws. The first key to receiving divine instruction is stillness. Don't rush to act the moment you sense something. Sit with it. Let the message sink beneath your mind and into your spirit. God's voice carries weight. It resonates beyond thought. You'll know it's Him because it doesn't create anxiety. It brings clarity. Even if what He tells you feels challenging, you'll feel peace about it. Chosen one, heaven's instructions are rarely complicated. They come in phrases like wait, forgive, move, release, rest. Go now. Don't overlook their simplicity. That's where their power lies. God speaks simply so your ego doesn't have room to manipulate it. The more profound the command, the quieter it sounds. When instruction arrives, resist the urge to confirm it with others before confirming it in prayer. Some things are meant for your ears alone. Heaven trusts you enough to give you private guidance. And if you rush to share it too soon, you invite confusion. Let discernment, not discussion, be your first response. You'll know divine instruction has landed when your environment begins to rearrange itself in response. Doors will open or close. Conversations will shift. Suddenly, certain things will no longer resonate. And that's your cue. God's words always echo in reality. The world bends to match obedience. Chosen one, remember that every instruction carries a test of trust. Heaven never reveals the full plan, only the next step. You'll be tempted to overthink, to ask for proof, to delay obedience until you understand everything. Don't. Faith is what activates fulfillment. If you wait until it makes sense, you'll miss the moment. This is why God speaks to your spirit before your circumstances. The alignment happens inside first. The evidence follows. Obedience is the bridge. When you take the first step, unseen help begins to move. Angels coordinate. Doors respond. Energy rearranges. Divine motion follows human trust. You may notice the instruction challenges your comfort zone. Forgive someone who hurt you. Let go of something familiar. Take a step that feels uncertain. That's because obedience always stretches identity. God doesn't give commands to control you. He gives them to grow you. What feels like risk is actually redefinition. Chosen one, your reaction to instruction determines what happens next. Hesitation delays, but surrender accelerates. You don't need perfect understanding, you just need willingness. The moment you say, "Yes, Lord," heaven releases momentum. The flow begins again. The waiting season ends the moment obedience starts. If fear rises when you receive instruction, breathe. Remember this truth. God never commands what He hasn't already equipped you for. The strength you'll need for this step is hidden inside the very obedience He's asking of you. Miracles are unlocked mid-movement. And if you're unsure whether what you're hearing is divine, test it by its fruit. Ask yourself, does it lead to peace or pressure, love or fear, order or confusion? Heaven's voice never manipulates. It guides with gentleness and confirms through alignment. Chosen one, when instruction comes this weekend, pause everything. Sit down, breathe, and whisper, "Speak, Lord, I'm listening." Don't try to figure it out immediately. Let the vibration of His words settle into your system. Because when the Creator speaks, your entire being remembers its purpose. Then move, quietly, confidently, obediently, not for approval, but for alignment. Because this time, the instruction isn't random. It's release. It's the next key in the sequence of your calling. It's heaven, saying, "You're ready now." Chosen one, act in peace and watch how every invisible door begins to open the moment you move. Chosen one, obedience is not about control. It's about alignment. When you follow divine instruction, you're not submitting to rules. You're stepping into rhythm. You're saying, "God, I trust your vision more than my comfort," and that trust moves heaven. Every time you obey, something in the unseen world shifts. Doors open, energies realign, and blessings that were once delayed begin to flow effortlessly. The blessing that follows obedience isn't always instant, but it's always exact. Heaven never forgets the ones who move when called. The moment you say yes, even before you see results, the atmosphere around you begins to rearrange. Angels are dispatched, timing is adjusted, opportunities begin to circulate toward your name. You may not notice it immediately, but you'll feel it. That quiet peace, that subtle lightness, that divine assurance whispering, "It's already in motion." Chosen one, obedience is heaven's language of trust. When you respond quickly, God responds deeply. You've wondered why certain blessings seemed stuck, why progress slowed even though your faith stayed strong. The answer was never that God said no, it was that heaven was waiting for your yes. Obedience breaks delay. It unties what hesitation bound. And here's the mystery. Your obedience doesn't just change your life, it transforms everything connected to you. When you step into alignment, everyone in your orbit begins to feel the ripple. Family members soften, opportunities arise, peace fills your home. Heaven blesses through proximity. Those around you will sense something shifting and not understand why. But your obedience will have opened the flow. Sometimes, chosen one, obedience looks like release. Walking away from something that no longer fits your destiny is as sacred as stepping into something new. When God told Abraham to leave everything familiar, it wasn't punishment, it was positioning. Blessings rarely dwell where comfort dominates. You cannot carry old attachments into new anointing. The very act of letting go is itself a blessing, because it proves trust. You may not realize it yet, but every act of obedience plants a seed. Some sprout immediately as relief or breakthrough. Others lie hidden for a season before emerging as miracles. Nothing obedient ever dies. Even your tears have been seeds in heaven's soil, watered by patience and faith. And now, as this weekend unfolds, the field of your obedience is ready for harvest. The first fruit of obedience is peace. Before the external blessings show up, you'll feel it internally. The noise quiets, the anxiety fades, and a calm certainty fills your spirit. That's heaven's way of saying, "You did it right." From that point forward, everything you touch begins to flow more naturally. Conversations, connections, timing. Resistance gives way to grace. Then comes confirmation. Doors you once knocked on begin to open without effort. People who ignored you now seek your wisdom. Ideas you abandoned begin to resurrect. This isn't luck, it's alignment catching up to you. God blesses obedience through movement. Once you move, the miracles follow. Chosen one, obedience will also sharpen your discernment. Every time you follow instruction, your ability to recognize His voice strengthens. The next time heaven speaks, you'll know it faster, clearer, deeper. Obedience builds frequency. You begin to live in real-time dialogue with God. And soon, the physical blessings will arrive. The opportunities, the healing, the provision, the open doors that once felt out of reach. But by then, you'll realize something profound. The real blessing was never the outcome. It was the closeness. You'll feel His presence walking beside you, guiding each decision, breathing through each moment. That intimacy is the inheritance of the obedient. Chosen one, obedience doesn't just change situation, it transforms you into a vessel heaven can trust. And that is why this weekend matters so deeply. God isn't testing your compliance. He's training your capacity to carry glory. So when you feel the nudge, act. When you sense the whisper, move. When peace tells you now, don't delay. Because every act of obedience unlocks something sacred. And once you step into that flow, blessings stop chasing you. They start following you. Chosen one, heaven has been watching your faithfulness in private. Now it's time for the public harvest. You said yes in silence, and heaven is about to answer in sound. Chosen one, heaven is leaning close right now. You can almost feel it, that weightless pressure in the air, that quiet electricity around your spirit. This weekend is not ordinary. It has been written in divine timing, etched into your path long before you were aware of it. Everything you've walked through, the confusion, the silence, the endurance, has led to this sacred intersection. This is the weekend heaven delivers confirmation. God's message for you is simple but powerful. Stop doubting what I already decided. You've been walking between faith and fear, believing but still questioning if what you feel is real. Heaven says it is. The promise is not pending, it's prepared. What you've been sensing wasn't your imagination, it was alignment approaching. This weekend is about recognition. The signs you've been seeing will intensify. Repeated numbers, timely messages, unexpected peace in moments that should have overwhelmed you. All of them saying the same thing. It's happening. God is reminding you that nothing you endured was wasted. Every delay built discernment. Every heartbreak built humility. Every moment of isolation built intimacy. You were not waiting. You were becoming. Chosen one, this weekend, heaven needs you to rest in assurance. Don't chase signs. Stand in knowing. You are not trying to find God's will anymore. You are living inside it. The energy of striving has expired. This is the weekend of settling. The moment where your soul exhales and realizes the promise isn't coming from the distance. It's already here. You'll feel it physically. A warmth spreading through your chest. A sense that time slows down. A divine calm that makes no logical sense. That's not emotion, that's confirmation. God is near, and His nearness is the miracle. But with every revelation comes instruction. Guard this peace. Don't rush to explain what you're feeling. Not everyone around you can hear at your frequency. Protect what heaven entrusted to you. Revelation must mature in silence before it manifests in sight. Stay hidden in stillness until the peace inside you becomes permanent enough to survive exposure. Chosen one, this weekend's visitation is not about answers. It's about awareness. God is not giving you something external. He's awakening something eternal. You're entering a new vibration of faith, one where you don't beg for signs because your entire being has become one. You'll walk differently, speak slower, move with quiet confidence because you'll know He's walking with you, and here lies the secret. The blessing of this weekend is not what you'll receive, it's who you'll remember you are. You'll realize that the power you were waiting for was never coming from above. It was already inside you, waiting for divine permission to activate. Heaven doesn't just visit you, chosen one. It awakens through you. So this is God's final word for your spirit. Stop running from the silence. Sit in it. That's where I'm speaking. Stop doubting your preparation. You are ready. Stop fearing what's next. I've already gone before you. When this weekend passes, you won't be the same. You'll notice you no longer chase peace. You carry it. You no longer wait for confirmation. You embody it. You'll move through your week with a softness that only comes from divine encounter. Chosen one, heaven has watched you stay faithful in confusion, trust through silence, and love through pain. That faith didn't go unnoticed. It's now being rewarded in presence. This is your moment of visitation. The air around you carries it. The stillness confirms it. God is saying, you've passed the test. Now watch what I do next. So breathe deeply, feel the weight lift. Because this weekend, heaven didn't just draw near, it moved in. And from this moment on, your life will never sound the same again. It will resonate.